Hey guys, Kevin Rain here again. Touching base back again, following up from the small video we done last week on judgment. There's still a follow-up of that to come. I'll let you know. It's a pretty big topic and we'll be moving back into it. Before we get there though, I just wanted to touch base with you guys once again and touch, I guess, on the topic of words, the power of words. And that flows into accidental and deliberate manifestation. Okay, so what's that mean entirely? What's it mean when we refer to the power of words? Okay, so I guess to kick this off, and it will only be a short video today, to kick this off, one of the most important things, I guess, to understand is, you know, it's said in ancient Hinduism, Indian culture, so to speak, that the Om is the beginning of all things, is the first sound and the creation of things to come from there. And this here is the first instance of us understanding just how powerful sound is. So as we combine sound together, from A's to O's to Om, we flow the words, each letter into another, and bring about a sound. And this sound has the power of creation itself. Okay, so all of you guys know this, you've understood, you've heard of the power of the Om before. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this even utilise it. And for those of you that don't, it's definitely worth having a look at. So I just want you to understand that before we move forward, I guess, now into the utilisation of words to fulfil our desires and to manifest that which we desire as opposed to that which we would like to stay away from. Okay. So I guess what's the term accidental manifestation? What's deliberate manifestation? Pretty simple. This behind me here, this room I'm in now, this is an act of deliberate manifestation. Okay, once again, I'm sitting in my own healing room here at the Shamanic Rain Healing Centre. My wife and I felt a long time ago that we wanted to create this place, a place of peace, a place of true freedom, where each of us as individuals can come and express ourselves. So, you know, we sat with this thought process, with this desire. We looked at it through meditation. We created it in reality, and eventually our manifestation come to light. It took a few years on this one, I admit, but it probably took more time for us to reach the vibratory level of which our manifestation already exists than actually manifesting itself. Okay, so manifestation is actually quite instant. I can manifest now and I can have now. However, usually what's the case with each of us, as we manifest now, we create it now, we create it in the vortex that sits by our side. And that vortex is basically another way of looking at a higher energy state than what we are currently sitting in at the moment. And that is where our manifestation is. So in order to receive our manifestation, really all we need to do is step across into that vortex. So ride that vibration of joy is usually the easiest way of doing that. So here we are now in the center. We rode the vibration of joy. Took a little while on this one, but here we are now. Okay, so this is manifestation, and we're going to go into more deliberate manifestation and techniques of that as we move forward. I'm more interested today, however, in accidental manifestation. Okay, so what's that? What is accidental manifestation? Well, I guess we could say it's the ability that each of us have to manifest that into our lives which we don't truly desire to experience. But due to our, whether it be childishness, whether it be ignorance, whether it be a simple mistake, we tend to manifest more that we don't desire experiencing than that which we do. This is a skill as human beings on this earthly plane where we're looking at correcting and becoming more in tune with, so we can create more of that which we desire. More peace, more love in this world, as each of us want, or I certainly do. So, over some time now, I've noticed how people utilise words. And words are one of the greatest keys to manifestation, especially in the physical reality that we live in now. It's one idea, I guess, to sit in our heads and through a meditation process to be able to create that opportunity to manifest. But what can really lock it in is utilising that which exists in this reality. Okay, so taking the creation from our imagination, which is a point of creation in our mind, and bringing it out into physical reality. And once we bring it out into physical reality, we then amplify the energy and the movement of that energy towards that manifestation. Okay, so this is happening all the time. It's happening every day. It's happening with most of our life. Okay, if not actually all of it manifested even now or before. So what we're left with now then is understanding that words are so powerful, we can utilize them to manifest our desires. Okay, good. Now stay with me here, because that's also the double-edged blade right now. If we utilize those words wrong, well, what we then do is manifest that which we are choosing not to desire, that which we are about to experience but would honestly prefer not to. Okay? Now, this can happen in several ways, and to finish this off, I want to give you a couple of basic examples here on how powerful words are. Okay? I mean, we've all been through life at one point or another, or not all of us, but a large majority of us at one point or another. And we struggle with the beauty of whom we are. We struggle with our inner light. We struggle with the physical nature of our beauty. And quite often, when we either look into the mirror or when we have a thought process, it's something about getting dressed up and looking good, one of the first things to come out of our mouth is, but I'm not good looking. Or I'm fat. There's another fantastic one right there. You don't hear a fat person saying I'm thin. Okay? Now, if that fat person actually said I was thin, or what they're doing and what they're putting into this physical reality is the energetic blueprint, so to speak, of a thin version of themselves. This is their creation, their manifestation, which is now sitting in this vortex right beside him here. Now, all they need to do in order to step into that vortex, to that thin version of themselves, is ride that vibration, ride that joy, ride that excitement. And that will take us to the higher energy state, which will allow the weight to fall off, the blueprint of that weight that has been there to fall away, and allow us to fall into the thin version of what we are. However, most of us, unfortunately, aren't doing that. We're not very skinny people walking around claiming that we're fat. And we're not fat people walking around claiming that we're thin. Okay? So what we're actually doing is we're fat people saying, oh, I'm fat. Now, what do you think that's doing? And this is where the whole accidental process comes into it. Because all you're doing when you do that is manifest more of an issue with you being able to lose weight in the first place. Okay? Because what you've done is tell the universe that what your intent is to actually stay fat, to own that fat. Now, that's okay if that's what you choose to do. But there's a lot of people out there that are struggling with weight that actually aren't choosing to do that. They would much prefer that thin version of them standing in that vortex beside them, but for whatever reason they can't find their way there. Okay, on the other side of that coin, thin people are generally exactly the same. They're not walking around saying I'm fat, and most of them aren't usually walking around saying I'm thin. But what they do is walk around and they say, oh, I can't put weight on. Okay, now think about that. Because these thin people running around that can't actually put weight on, well, they're manifesting the fact, whether they know it or not, that they don't actually want or wish to put weight on in the first place. So in this vortex beside them, or even around them where they stand, if they're riding that high vibration already, it allows them to tune into that energy blueprint of staying thin. Yeah, I'm one of these people myself. And I'm constantly having people come to me, as most of you thin people out there would have had as well. And some people say to me at times, God, you're skinny. I'm not that skinny. I'm the perfect weight for my size, I shall point out. And I always say, I'm not skinny. I'm the perfect weight for where I'm meant to be. I'm in perfect health. Okay, so what I'm doing is manifesting my ability to stay healthy at a skinny size. Okay? I'm not actually, I guess on one level I am. I'm turning around and I'm saying, I can't get fat. That's not my metabolism. It's not my way of being. And as I was going to touch on just moments ago, well, you guys would have been in the experience before where someone comes to you and they say, oh, but as you grow older, you'll get to 30 and you'll start putting on the weight. You'll get to 35, you'll get to 40 and you'll start putting on weight. I'm at 33 now and I've already heard this since I was 20. And people keep coming to me and saying, oh, just wait, you'll get a little bit older and then you'll put on weight. Okay, but that's their belief system. That's not mine. And that's where if I choose to believe what they're actually telling me, well, I accidentally fall into the manifestation of their creation and I create it upon myself. But I choose not to. I choose to understand that these people as individuals are not me. So yes, I guess in one reality it's possible. Well, in another reality, of course it's possible that I can actually put on weight. But I choose not to. Therefore, I choose not to buy into the manifestation of others and maintain my weight through my lifestyle, through my way of being, through my own manifestation, through owning my words and how I use them. Okay, so moving on from the whole weight loss, weight gain thing. A couple other classic examples here. Guys, you've all heard this one. I can't do that. Nah, I can't do it. And what are we manifesting there? That's right, the second we claim that we cannot do something, we're manifesting the lacking ability that we require in order to achieve that something. Why would we do that to ourselves? I'm not good enough. Why not? Again, what is it I'm manifesting myself into right now by stating that I am not good enough? Now this is, through the people I've met in my life, probably 80% of these people feel in one way, shape or form that they are not good enough. Okay? And they're owning that. They're owning that they aren't good enough without even acknowledging it. They're putting this out in words, out into the atmosphere, out into the universe itself. And the universe is responding to this. And the universe is saying, well, you don't think you're good enough, so as the reflection that we are upon you, we will show you you are not good enough. Okay? And you can't blame the universe. You can't blame the other people. Yeah? Neither of these guys here are at fault. It's you. You're the one sitting in between this thing and this thing that's choosing to take ownership over the fact that you're not good enough. And I challenge you, I ask you, why not? Okay, so at this given point in time, you may not have the skill set required in order to achieve this thing that you feel you're not good enough or that you can't do. But does that mean that you can't do it? Or does that mean at this given point in time, it's not within your interest, it's not your highest vibration in order to achieve it? Okay, I'm a being on this earth. As far as I feel, I can achieve absolutely anything I wish to achieve. The question then, for me, my reality, is really, what is it I wish to achieve? There's nothing I can't do. And that, in this reality, which appears as though I can't do it, it is not that I can't do it. It's actually that I've chosen not to express, not to put my energy into that particular topic, because in this life, it doesn't feel as though it serves me a purpose. Okay, and that's what this life is. That's what we hang into in this life. We hang on to what we find important to us as serving the purpose of our growth, serving the purpose of our experience. Okay, so think about these words you utilize now. Tick across yourself, watch yourself for the next few days. Listen to the amount of times you can't do something, or something won't happen, or that's not the way something's meant to be. Okay, I want you to look at the, so to speak, positive and negative aspects of the words coming out of your mouth. Except while you do that, understand this. There is no positive, there is no negative. There simply just is. Okay? That's the most important part. So if he actually understands that there is no positive, there is no negative, there is simply all that is, and that is experienced as an experience that you get to label off as what you can then call positive or negative. Okay? So listen to these words and listen to what you're saying and what you're creating within your own universe. Yeah? And then align that with what you feel is positive and negative to yourself. Or better yet, scrap the positive and negative. What you feel is in alignment with the truth of your vibration in this life. What is in alignment with the truth of whom you are in this life. Because that's what's important, and you're uniquely individual compared to every other person, every other soul on this earth. You are you, you are not them. And you are completely capable of doing all that you desire if you truly desire to do, to experience, or to achieve it. So, start looking at your words, and we're coming back to this topic once more again, as I really choose to want to elaborate to you guys how powerful these words are. So over the course of the next few weeks, I'm going to watch all the people coming through the centre here, and I'm going to watch the language that they use, and I'm going to start taking down a few key notes on the repetitive nature of a lot of these words that we use to accidentally manifest that which we're choosing not to desire. Okay, because in my mind, in my experience, the easiest step towards manifesting a new way of being or a new experience to have is to slow down the manifestation of the experiences we don't want to have, because that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so let's understand how we're experiencing what we don't wish to experience. Okay, let's understand the words we've already accidentally utilized in order to manifest those things. Okay, and let's change those words. Let's not even put a focus on that which we wish not to manifest. Let's change the words to put a focus on that which we do wish to manifest. Okay, so if now I can't do something and I desire to want to manifest that which I can't do, all I need to do is say I can't do it, and I'm guaranteed to manifest that. The universe is guaranteed to be able to deliver that back to me because it's responding to that which I'm creating. Okay? Choose the other side. Look at the words you are using. Understand the power of the creation that's coming out of your mouth as you choose to experience, as you choose to share and release these vibrations, these words from your voice box, these parts of your own creation onto the world. Understand what you're saying. And as you begin to understand what you're saying, now comes the time when you can take your power back. Yours, all yours. Not mine, not the government's, not the person over there, not your boyfriend, not your wife, not your children. Okay? It's your power and you need to own it. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you. For the course of the next week or so, until I come again, please guys, look at these words. Find the ones that are manifesting that stuff that you don't want and change them. Change them. So now you get to manifest all of your heart's desires and be in tune with the vibratory state of your truth, of who you are, of the love and joy that this universe, that especially this physical reality can offer each of us to experience. But know how you walk in it. If you know how you walk in it, your journey will be experienced the way in which you choose to experience it, which it already is. But now you get to understand why you're experiencing it the way you do. Okay? This is the power of words. This is the power of manifestation and accidental manifestation. Okay, guys? Tuning out for now. Keep a close eye onto it. Much love. I look forward to seeing you all soon. And as usual, I thank my beautiful guides and guardians for being a part of this process and helping me to discover the truth of who I am, to share with all the beautiful souls that each of you are. Much love. Namaste.